Enrico, thank you for your beautiful speech. And you said that the power of shape is the story behind. So I would like to know your personal story behind the whole project with the 3D printing. How did you start with it? What was the initial? How did the initial idea come to be?
Usually you start your life project by chance. You don't know where you're going until you find out your way just by a provocation I told to a friend of mine. I was intrigued by 3D printing since the early 90s. But I was involved in the shoe industry, so for me 3D printing was not called 3D printing, it was rapid prototyping to make maquette of unit soles. Stuff for shoes. Was during a demonstration in Tajal, in my town, that looking at this boring presentation, printing a piston, I thought, oh look, selling to this new friend. By this way, with this principle you might print houses. That was a provocation in 2004, and only 2 years later I transformed this provocation into a hobby and later into the commitment of life. So 3D printing at the beginning was just a vision of a very not distinguishable vision about what's behind. I just felt that there was something so big behind, because it's a new tool to build. If you have a new tool to build, you can start thinking differently, because the tool is different, so you can start thinking and designing differently according to the freedom of creation created by the tool. And so I started educating myself and maturing myself. As longer I entered into the project, the topic was moving from design, from patenting, for instance, to design, machining, sourcing, mechanical engineering, to thinking what to do out of that. So this is architecture. And then when you start moving on, say, okay, we are talking about architecture, but we have to make something that is stand. So this is going to become building construction, so civil engineering. And in the meanwhile, people come understanding you asking so many things. What about material? So this is a matter of chemicals. Or what about how much per square meter? So it's a matter of business development and costs. Or the other people come and ask, but what about using this machine for different purposes, into different applications, like maritime, but people is interested to make climbing walls. So everybody started bringing to me new ideas, because what people see, what they did, was different by my original approach. And as long this bubble become huger and huger, as long as you started to make this undistinguishable shape like a more focused story of an industrial revolution into building construction. Because you are involving software tool, design, student, academics, universities, and then entrepreneur, contractors, and libraries to be filled with new books. So I spent my life commitment being in, how to say, being conscious that I was so big, so small, in respect of the area. So after 8 years, I'm just on the border of the beginning, at a few percent of what is expecting me to make it happen in real.
So you see a big potential of it?
Absolutely.
But do you see now some kind of, do you have a vision by now, a focus on how you see its applications and the realization of 3D printing?
I have two hats. The first hat is that of the entrepreneur that must make it sustainable this business. So I might say that if I have a very low profile, I might spend my life in making sculptures as you show in my slides. But this is not what I want to do. These are just the demonstration. So I have to say, I'm out, let's stop, let's keep on board strategic partners, and let's go to accomplish the vision. And initially it's going to print houses. So
actual buildings, so people live.
Real buildings, and it's not like thinking well shot. This is a pure fantasy. This is a science. It's a science that must be invented and developed built by me in terms of material, chemical, new expertise. It's a world that is open now over the next decades, because I truly believe in 3D printing, building, construction. And I'm now, in this particular moment, I'm focused in designing some particular strange houses, hybridizing the technique with the ordinary techniques, because contractors are extremely conservative. So I couldn't promote this technology as is. They are already convinced. So I am adopting some tricks to say, okay, let's leave reinforced concrete. Let's start printing free-form stone cages, and let's cast concrete. So they will feel more confident, you know, because we are not throwing away all their electricity, but very shiny. You started, okay, this is a stone cage. You can.
But I guess you're going to involve a lot of prototyping until you reach construction, which will be solid, resistant, easy to be shaped, and etc.
Yes, but you know, this is now that the way is open. For instance, next month they will have Lafarge. I mean, Lafarge 7 years ago would never give me just 1 bit of attention if I write an email that will call the CEO or who are you? What are you going? Now they are moving from Paris to start talking with me about the topic that is in interest for them, that is material and binders. And then I will approach another important company in Italy to say, okay, let's talk about printers and mechanical and electronics. Let's talk on that. So everybody that can play a role in improving this concept, moving forward, and not pretending to do all the job. I already did enough, I guess.
I think it's amazing that you're finalizing the results of your doing.
All you see about 3D printing in the construction today, the world has been spiked by my profession.
Thank you very much,
No
and enjoy the day.
Thank you.